just like every other day, it has been commercialized.
Right.
Gifts, candy, flowers, greeting cards. Commercialized because big business want to make money and want to get it from you. See? And she actually spoke out against that and hated that she started it because of that. And so she tried to tell people, instead of buying a greeting card, write your mama a note. That's what you should be doing. Don't be lazy. Write her a letter or something. You know, you're going to go get a greeting card. I've done it too, so I'm talking about me too. So don't think I'm picking on you. Or we go get a greeting card. Being lazy. Write a letter. When I saw that, I said, you know, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I wanted to look at why she chose the carnation. And of course, she said because it stood, the whiteness stood for purity and faithfulness and fragrance and love. But I want to go do a little bit deeper because there had to be some reason why the carnation was embedded in her mind as a Christian. And as I dug a little deeper, I come to discover that the carnation in Christians, this was according to Christian legend, which sprung out the Catholic Church, is that when Mary wept, when Christ was being crucified, when the tears hit the ground, our carnation sprung up. And that's when the carnation, they believe, first came into existence. And so, Leonardo da Vinci, in 1476, immortalized this by painting the Madonna with a carnation. And so the carnation became that type of use. That's why even at funerals in the churches have all those carnations. Now, the word carnation, the true word for it means the anthus, which means flower of love or flower of the gods. So when we come to church today, I saw my wife clipping this on. I said, "What is that?" Why you doing it? She said, "It's a rose." So I'm just putting it on just to be putting it on. So, okay. I was like, I did some research and found out something about the carnation. I thought you were putting on carnation. Just wanted to know, let you know before you put it on. Make sure you're doing it for the right reason. Now, if something wrong with the carnation, no. Why? Because God created it.
Right.
Let's go to Genesis chapter 1 and I think 31, because I want to show you this and then I'll give you my statement. Yeah, Genesis 1:31. God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was what?
Very good.
There was evening and there was morning and a what?
Sixth day.
So everything that God made was good. So that's why we always say nothing within itself is evil.
Right.
But it's how it is used that makes it evil. The purpose in which it is used, and if you adopt that purpose, adopt that format and start doing it the same way, then you're borrowing from paganism, if it's evil and wrong, or from the world, if it's evil and wrong, and bring it over here. That's what God don't want us to do.
Right.
See? Be led by the Spirit and not led by the world. You go with me to Deuteronomy chapter 12 and verse 29. When Yahweh your God shall cut off the nations from before you, when you go in to dispossess them, and you dispossess them and dwell in their land, take heed to yourself that you not be ensnared to follow them, after that they are destroyed from before you, and that you not inquire after their gods, saying, how do these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise. So whenever I use the term pagan, I'm talking about those that have religion or worship of a God, but it's not our God. Then we take what they do and bring it over into our religion or into our practices of worship. That's what God doesn't want us to do.
Right.
You shall not do so to Yahweh your God, for every abomination to Yahweh which he hates have they done to their gods. See that? And he says, for even their sons and their daughters do they burn in the fire to their God. He said, and don't follow after them. Hallelujah. He said, what you must do, whatever things I command, that's what you better do. That shall you observe to do. You shall not add thereto nor what?
Diminish from it.
Diminish from it. Hallelujah. So we have to be careful, but at the same time understand there's nothing evil within itself. If you want to get some carnations and put them on your table for decoration or whatever, or get a carnation and some other flowers and no intent, no purpose, just give it to your spouse, whatever you want to do, that's fine. But then if you adopt the same practice and the same ideas that somebody else done with the concept that they had, not understanding what they done, and then come to understand what they do and doing it, then you kind of adopted that practice. That's what we have to be careful of. So you got to work through it. You got to pray, and you got to really look at this, and you got to ask yourself, why am I doing this? And if you don't know why, then you really shouldn't do it until you understand why you're doing it. Because sometimes we just do things because monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
You know, I ain't calling nobody monkey. I'm black, so we just get so messed up with words. You know, it's almost you can't say nothing today. You got to be politically correct and everything. So we just need to understand that whatever we do, make sure that we understand the purpose behind what we're doing. And that's why I thought that there's a purpose for everything.
Yes.
So why am I doing this?
Yes.
What's the purpose behind it? See? Then you begin to question your motives. And look at the real issues of what's really going on and why I'm really doing what I do.
Right.
Hallelujah. Because sometimes out of tradition, out of what we see others do and what we was born into, we just do things because it's been there. See? And we shouldn't do that unless we understand why and what we're doing. Hallelujah. So Mother's Day, you should honor your mother. I mean, you can't honor your mother if you want to honor your mother on Mother's Day, but do it every other day too. I remember Sister Cynthia last week,